Since debuting on the WWE main roster in 2002, Randy Orton has been one of the top guys in the company. When Orton joined the popular Evolution stable in 2003, it was clear that WWE had a clear vision for Orton's success, and it's certain that he's overachieved when it comes to WWE's expectations, and he is truly a WWE legend. Over the past decade, Orton has emerged as someone WWE can count on, and so can fellow wrestlers, as he's pretty much considered the locker room leader in WWE. One of the most underappreciated things about the Viper is how he's always willing to give back and put talent over, and Orton rarely takes issue with anything he's scripted to do. However, there are 10 distinct occasions where the former WWE champion has decided to deviate away from the script and create a moment that fans will never forget. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at 10 times where Randy Orton shockingly went off script in WWE. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Number 10. Cursing. SmackDown 1000 featured a true treat for fans as WWE booked a reunion of popular stable Evolution. During this segment, Batista made a comment informing Ric Flair to keep that thing in his pants, and all the members of the group lost it, including Orton. Triple H could then be seen whispering something in Orton's ear, which Orton responded by visibly saying a curse word. This wasn't remotely scripted, and WWE were forced to heavily edit the segment on their official YouTube upload of the Evolution reunion. Number 9. Split Jump. 2011 was a tremendous year for Randy Orton. Orton engaged in an extended feud with Christian, and this highlighted Orton's in-ring work so much so that Orton has labelled the feud with Christian as one of his all-time favourite rivalries. During this time, it was evident that Orton was truly happy with what he was bringing to the table, and this was on full display on an episode of SmackDown on the road to 2011's Over the Limit pay-per-view event. Christian and Charles Robinson couldn't believe what they were seeing. It was a hilarious moment, and it was great to see Orton let loose. Number 8. Live TV is awesome. Speaking of Randy Orton in 2011, during the All-Star Raw episode, Orton's mic malfunctioned during a promo segment, and Orton handled this with a hilariously unscripted remark.
As I was saying, live TV is awesome,
Orton declared as the live crowd cheered on. It's difficult for wrestlers to know what to do when something of this nature happens. Some wrestlers would just continue their promo, but Orton addressing it was a smart move, as Orton was right. It was live TV and anything can happen at any time. This off-script comment was later edited out of the WWE Network version of that particular episode of Raw, but thankfully YouTube footage of the original broadcast exists. Number 7. Blowing a kiss. The Raw following Extreme Rules 2015 opened up with a promo segment between Seth Rollins, Randy Orton and Roman Reigns. During the segment, Reigns would stand on the announce table, and as he was delivering his promo, Orton randomly went off script and blew a kiss. Some fans believe that Orton was blowing a kiss directly to Reigns, which would be kinda strange, while some fans stated that Orton's wife was in the front row, so the kiss was intended for her. Number 6. Can't keep a straight face. R-Truth has a reputation for being one of the funniest wrestlers in the locker room. Truth has made a number of wrestlers break character, and he even made Brock Lesnar almost fall to the floor with laughter during a memorable Raw segment. Truth almost made Randy Orton break character during a backstage segment on Raw in 2020. Orton was backstage with his former mentor Ric Flair, and this is when Orton and Flair were interrupted by Truth. Truth believed that Flair was actually Akira Tozawa. Flair instantly smirked, but Orton was forced to go off script and put his hand over his face as he clearly couldn't stop laughing. It was a brilliant moment that highlighted how Truth can make anyone on the roster laugh. Number 5. Are we off the air? In 2014, a clip of Randy Orton went viral. Following an episode of Raw in the summer of 2014, a video surfaced of Orton asking a production member of Raw if he was off the air. Once the production team member informed Orton that WWE were indeed off the air, Orton stopped selling it and casually began to stroll to the back. It was hilarious to see, and it's incredibly lucky that the ringside fan captured the iconic moment on camera. Number 4. Forgetting lines. The Raw after WrestleMania featured notoriously the hottest crowd of the year. The crowd is usually made up of the most die-hard wrestling fans, so they're prone to take over the show in any manner they see fit. The Raw after WrestleMania 29 was a newsworthy one, as the crowd were electric, and there were notably booed babyfaces such as John Cena, Sheamus, and Randy Orton. Speaking of Orton, he was involved in a promo segment on the show with Sheamus. Both of them teamed with Big Show the night prior at WrestleMania 29, but Big Show had turned on both men. No surprise, so they wanted revenge. The context of this promo was that both wanted to face the Big Show on Raw, but Orton got completely lost and forgot his lines. This forced Orton to go off script and audibly ask Sheamus, It was a little awkward as it was rare for Orton to forget his lines, but it looked like the hostile crowd had thrown him off guard. WWE weren't impressed with Orton going off script to ask for his lines, so they decided to heavily edit the promo segment on the WWE network, so footage of the promo slip-up only exists thanks to original YouTube uploads of the infamous segment. Number 3. Eating a hot dog. By October 2014, Randy Orton was in such a strong position in WWE that he could go off script virtually every week and never be punished. However, most of the times Orton deviating away from the script was to enhance the segment, and this was most definitely the case on the October 6, 2014 edition of Raw. Orton was teaming with Kane and Seth Rollins to take on John Cena in a handicap match when suddenly Dean Ambrose brought a hot dog cart to the ring. Following some commotion involving the hot dog cart, Orton could be seen selling at ringside, but Orton wasn't just selling, he was legitimately eating a hot dog. This was an unbelievable moment, and it was captured on live TV for the entire world to witness. Number 9. Flipping off the fans. A Night of Champions 2012 featured a stacked card and a red-hot Boston crowd. Randy Orton at this particular pay-per-view would collide with Dolph Ziggler. The two would have a great matchup, but the crowd were heckling Orton throughout the match. Eventually this got too much for Orton and he proceeded to flip the ringside fans off in a quick gesture. But even though the gesture was on screen for less than a second, WWE was PG by the year 2012, so Orton going off script in this controversial way wasn't welcomed by WWE. Orton would be forced to apologize via Twitter following the incident in a tweet which read, "Had a blast tonight. Great crowd in Boston. Sorry if I offended anybody with that inappropriate gesture." And number 1, laying into Kofi Kingston. When fans are asked about what is the most infamous moment of Randy Orton's career, the common answer would probably be the time he laid into Kofi Kingston on Raw in 2010. By late 2009, fans were sick and tired of seeing the same old wrestlers pushed into the main event scene, so WWE needed to push fresh blood. One of the talents WWE decided to push was Kofi Kingston. Kingston was an amazing athlete and was having solid matches on TV. He would enter into a feud with Orton and even pin Orton clean. This push was intended to lead Kingston winning the Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 26, but one triple threat match with Orton and John Cena changed everything. The finish of the aforementioned match went completely wrong. Kingston was supposed to be pinned following a punt kick, however Kingston got up early, meaning that Orton had to go off script and use an RKO. He then went on an unscripted tirade of Kingston, calling him stupid several times. This led to WWE cancelling Kingston's push, and his Money in the Bank victory would have been awarded to Jack Swagger. This unscripted incident would later be used for a feud between the two in 2019, during the time when Kingston had finally reached the top of WWE and was the reigning WWE champion. But there you have it folks, 10 times Randy Orton shockingly went off script. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.